In the vast deserts of the Middle East, inside a dusty military outpost, an American soldier plugs a USB stick into a laptop. It seems harmless, just a routine data transfer. But within seconds, a silent enemy has breached the digital walls of the United States military. This wasn't just any virus. It would lead to the most serious military cyber attack in US history, an operation so dangerous, it forced the Pentagon to create a brand new branch of defense. They called it Operation Buckshot Yankee. It all began in 2008 when a rogue USB drive infected with malware, later identified as Agent BTZ, was inserted into a laptop connected to the US Central Command. The malware spread like wildfire, jumping from machine to machine, silently infiltrating both classified and unclassified networks. According to Wired magazine, it took just one moment of human error to trigger the most significant breach the Pentagon had ever faced. A foreign intelligence agency had placed a malicious code on a flash drive. The code spread undetected on both classified and unclassified systems. Deputy Defense Secretary William Lynn, Foreign Affairs, 2010. The virus didn't just snoop around. It opened back doors, created covert channels, exfiltrated sensitive data, and the worst part, it was completely undetected for weeks. Agent BTZ wasn't new. It was a variant of the silly FDC worm, first seen in the wild years earlier. But this time, it had a mission: to spy, to extract, and to sabotage. Security researchers from Kaspersky Lab and F-Secure later found links between this malware and the infamous Russian cyber espionage group Turla, also known as Snake or Ouroboros. In 2016, the US Department of Homeland Security and the FBI formally attributed the malware to Russian military and civilian intelligence services. The smoking gun was a series of reused encryption keys and code fragments found in later Turla operations. This wasn't a coincidence. It was a state-level espionage campaign cleverly disguised inside a USB stick. Wired, 2023. Back in Washington, alarms blared. Military IT teams scrambled to track the infection, but they quickly realized they had no idea how many systems were infected. There were no asset inventories, no centralized patching. It was chaos. To contain the threat, the Pentagon launched Operation Buckshot Yankee, a massive 14-month cleanup effort involving NSA, US Cyber Command, and private defense contractors. USB ports were locked down. Removable media was banned across the Department of Defense. Every networked machine was manually scanned, cleaned, or destroyed. One infected power supply, a single unpatched machine, could have triggered catastrophic consequences. And for weeks, officials feared the breach had extended into nuclear command and control systems. This wasn't a drill. We were on the brink of losing operational secrecy and control. Senior cybersecurity analyst, Du D, anonymized source. From this digital catastrophe came something new. The US military realized it was not prepared for cyber warfare, and that had to change. In 2009, the Department of Defense officially created US Cyber Command, a centralized warfighting unit dedicated to defending the nation in cyberspace. They also launched massive reforms in digital hygiene, network monitoring, and endpoint security. Host-based security systems were rapidly deployed. The Air Force led the way with a new generation of cyber warriors. Ironically, it took a simple USB stick, one careless click, to push the world's largest military into the next era of defense. Operation Buckshot Yankee wasn't just an American problem. It was a wake-up call to every military, every government, every corporation in the world. Air-gapped systems, no longer safe. USB drives, a potential Trojan horse. Cybersecurity, now a national defense priority. Since then, the same attack vectors have targeted nuclear plants in Germany, power grids in Ukraine, and even US hospitals, all with one common vulnerability: the human element. One soldier, one USB stick, one moment of complacency. That's all it took to bring the Pentagon to its knees. Operation Buckshot Yankee remains one of the greatest cautionary tales in cyber warfare history. Because in this new age of conflict, the next world war might begin with a flash drive. The next breach could already be happening, right now. But with the right defense, you don't just react, you stay ahead. At Tileris, our next-gen AI agents don't sleep. They watch, learn, adapt, and act faster than any human ever could. See for yourself how Tileris empowers governments, enterprises, and institutions to take back control. Request a demo today and experience how our AI-driven security platform gives you real-time threat detection, proactive response, and the peace of mind you deserve. If you found this story chilling, subscribe for more real-life cyber espionage breakdowns. Leave a comment below.